stars both the British government and the millions of small businesses to whom Kate Middleton's parents owe millions of pounds would love to have a forensic accountant to explain where all the money went. If Party Pieces was such a successful business, then how did we get where we are now financially with Carol and Michael Middleton? But in the meantime, right, just as Harry and Meghan had safely escaped the firm and landed first in Canada and California, right, 2020, June 1st, police discover massive leaf factory in pretty Berkshire village where Kate Middleton's parents, Michael and Carol, live. Police raided a farm in Bucklebury in Berkshire near the Middletons' mansion. 6 lorries, that means trucks, 6 trucks arrived to remove the growing equipment that was found in the barn. The illegal farm was discovered after the electric board investigated a shortage. A power cut led to police finding a huge leaf factory near the sprawling Berkshire estate belonging to Kate Middleton's parents. Police officers were joined by a fleet of lorries on Thursday after the illegal farm was discovered in a barn in Bucklebury. The Duchess of Cambridge's parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, live in nearby Bucklebury Manor, a mansion with an 18-acre estate. Onlookers say 6 trucks joined police at the farm and began loading up with the contents inside the large green barn. A witness said, "The police arrived after the electric board had been at the property all morning trying to work out why the electrics had blown. The electric board left and the police arrived shortly after, around mid-afternoon. The barns were swarming with police cars, and officers monitored the property all night. By Friday morning, more police had arrived with a fleet of trucks who had come to take away the evidence. There were massive vans and trucks clearing it. I think there were about 6 trucks in total for the clearance." A spokesperson for Thames Valley Police said, "On Thursday, officers attended a farm building in Bucklebury to report of a potential leaf factory. Officers found some grow equipment to suggest that leaf had been cultivated inside the farm building, away from prying eyes. Officers are making ongoing inquiries, and anyone with information should call 101, quoting reference 818-28/5/20. So what became of it? No arrests have been made in connection with the discovery. Whose barn was it? Investigating Officer Constable Teresa Miller of Area CID, based at Newbury Police Station, said, "We are carrying out an investigation following the discovery of a leaf factory. We are asking anyone with information to please come forward to assist us with our ongoing inquiries." So that's the end of the article. Now imagine if anyone related to the Middleton family were connected to that barn in ownership, in lease access, in any way. Somebody was going in there, turning on and adjusting the grow equipment. We in California know that equipment well. Hydroponics. So you don't plant it in the ground. You just put it in containers under special lights that mimic the sun so that your plants will grow. And nobody flying a drone, nobody walking or driving by will see it. They might smell it. And the thing that tipped everyone off was the electricity system failing and causing a shortage. There was probably a lot of electricity being used 24 hours. You know, you want your plants to get to the maximum height for the maximum profit. Is that stuff legal in the UK? I'm not sure, but it certainly is very interesting that these articles appeared during the Global Panini year, just as certain people had successfully gotten Kate and Meghan to exit the UK, but the need for cash was still very, very strong, right? To keep up appearances that you can afford to live in the Berkshires and have this $5 million estate. and your son can be perceived as being a successful businessman with his two bankrupt companies, as opposed with his two bankrupt companies, in contrast to your own one bankrupt company. And what do all these people do for money now? We know that James is trying to sell dog biscuits and, giving free dog food to some of the same toxic media journalists that praise him for selling dog treats and attack Meghan Markle for the same, that praise him for writing and publishing books and making profits and having business while Kate Middleton was disappeared and ill, perhaps with cancer, but attacked Meghan Markle and Prince Harry for the same, for conducting their lives and their businesses for their livelihood. It's okay for them to do it, but it's terrible for the black lady to do it. Am I wrong? Am I seeing differential treatment where there is none? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. But wow, where there's smoke, there's fire, and where there's leaf, somebody planted it. Who was it? Was there ever a determination when it comes to this incident and this story? In the comments, May 93 adds, basically confirms what people have been saying for years now about their dodgy finances. The fact that their business was selling cheap goods made in China, whilst Pound Streeter and Pound Land were forced to close stores because of massive competition and low sales. Whilst this pricey with increasing negative views is still in operation, says a lot. No wonder the Cambridges haven't released their financial reports in 2 years now. Shadow 2. Where whose parents live? Do you mean the Duchess of Cambridge? She hasn't gone by the name Middleton for years. Where whose parents live? Shadow 2 comments from May 93 from Glasgow, United Kingdom comments. No wonder they looked happy. Basically confirms what people have been saying for years now about their dodgy finances. The fact that their business was selling cheap goods made in China, whilst Pound Stretcher and Pound Land were forced to close stores because of massive competition and low sales. Whilst this pricey with increasing negative reviews is still in operation, says a lot. No wonder the Cambridges haven't released their financial reports in 2 years now. Shadow 2 comments from Lansdale. In the U.S., where whose parents live? Do you mean the Duchess? Where whose parents live? Do you mean the Duchess of Cambridge? She hasn't gone by the name Middleton for years. Shadow 2 comments from Lansdale, United States. Where whose parents live? Do you mean the Duchess of Cambridge? She hasn't gone by the name Middleton for years. If the rest of your information is so dated, there's no reason to read further. Maybe there was a leaf farm there back in the 1960s. New POV, also from the U.S., says, don't people know there are grow houses all over the farm country in most Western countries by now? In some cases, they're cash operations with no further ambitions. In others, people are readying for legalization by getting a leg up on the competition. It's an underground fact, but commonly understood by police as well. Jonathan Myers from Teesside, United Kingdom, adds, strange. If this was a Northern Labour MP with a cannabis factory, strange. If this was a Northern Labour... Jonathan Myers from Teesside, United Kingdom adds, strange. If this was a Northern Labour MP with a leaf factory near their house, the Daily Mail readership would think it had everything to do with them and would want them followed around by the Daily Mail stalking team to have their every Kobe in this rag. I'm not sure what that means, Kobe. Central Coast Girl in Templeton, United States. This is so ridiculous to me. Anyone suffering should be able to use leaf. Probably all going in the bin when it should go to hospice. London Lady RN, a dual citizen but still British, comments from the United States comments. Uncle Bang Bang visits, no doubt. Siobhan in Eversville, New York adds, I like the green dress Kate's wearing in the picture. On me it would look like a lampshade though. I like the green dress Kate's wearing in the picture. On me it would look like a lampshade though. AK Acts 75 comments from the Acts 75 comments from the US. Now we know what Michael and Carol really sell. Now we know what Michael and Carol really sell at their party supplies biz. LOLOL. Hedgehog from Mountain West, United States. These don't sound like real American locations, by the way. Party favors for party pieces? I mean, if it was good enough for wedding guest gift bags at Meghan's previous nuptials. Ruffled Feathers adds from Toronto, Canada. Why is the Daily Mail attacking the UK's beloved Duchess Kate? What has Kate done to the Daily Mail? April Landry, 85, adds from Memphis. Perfect use of police time and money. We must destroy all the devil's lettuce. No one should be free to use it for medical or anxiety relief. It's pure evil. Complete sarcasm if you can't tell. Opinio1 remarks from Kent. Ha 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 ha, now we know what William likes going to Kate's parents for. Donkey871 remarks from Brazil, United Kingdom. Told you you shouldn't have tried to jiff the meter. I guess that means, cheat and cut into the power without paying, maybe. Ron from Leeds says, I wondered what kept the smile on her face. And from Zurich, Switzerland, used to be an F1 fan. What a lovely neighborhood they live in. The Middletons, I mean. What a lovely neighborhood they live in. The Middletons, I mean. And now they'll be getting more from the court case their daughter is involved in. Wow. Gemstone from London adds, party pieces. Gemstone from London adds, party pieces missed a good trading opportunity there. A New Horizon from Cambridge. Good God, the Daily Mail must be in absolute bits that the Middletons were so near an awful substance den. I bet none of these journalists will be able to sleep, knowing one of their many obsessions are in danger. Joe Walker in Wilmington. Joe Walker from Wilmington-on-Sea, United Kingdom asks, how's the marshmallow tycoon's son doing? No stories lately. Laura McMahon from Meath, Ireland remarks, now we know where the Middletons got their money. DD100 from Rottingdean, Barbados says, party pieces, just a front. So there you have it. Leaf, farm, barn, electricity tapped into, electricity failed. And that's how the farm was discovered. Who owns it? Who was tending to it? Who's responsible? Who collected the coins? The mystery, to my eyes, was never resolved. But let me know if you have more information and if they determined who, what, where, when, how, and where the money went.